Welcome back, trainers. So here we go. Little Cup has begun. Season 5 for the Go Battle League is here, and I'm going to show you a little surprise, a little secret that I've been keeping to myself here. So before we get into that, this is going to be happening until November 16th. So get used to it. And getting to rank 10 is not going to be hard. As you can see here, you're going to have to get to rank 10, and then once you do, it's only going to take 15 more wins, 50 total, and you'll be able to get it. Okay. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have going on here for this little Nincada. So never thought that this thing would be useful for anything, and here we go. Now, as you can see, I do have a secondary move on it, which is going to be quite expensive. We're not going to have that move for any of these battles. So I did purchase it after I went so well. I went so positive in my sets. I lost 2 battles, one of which being a timeout, and it looked like I was going to win. Now, I had my Murkrow ready to go as some sort of secret weapon, but I took the Dragon Breath so horribly that I just took it off my team and put a Wynaut, and I called it a day. And then we just went in there and we did some work. Now, there's going to be a lot to talk about here. People are like, I remember a few comments. I don't understand. I feel like it was like they're lashing out, but they said something like, good luck trying to make 10-minute videos and getting ad revenue. Like, why is that your concern? And I was trying to tell them, like, these battles are not going to just run right through them. Like, they're going to take forever. I haven't had so many timeout battles in a long time. I will tell you that right now. Sure, some matchups go quickly, but if you get these Bronzors or Wynauts up against each other, it lasts forever. I mean, it's really annoying, and it's a bit of an issue. I feel like Niantic should have not allowed Bronzor. If they didn't allow this thing, yeah, there would have been something else on the rise, probably more around the lines of the Wynaut being the most popular pick as far as tankiness and reliability for the moves that it does have, because of counter. Mirror Shot is meh, but counter is going to be pretty good. Bronzor out of the picture, it would have been a little bit different. But since we do have it, you either join them or you don't. And I'm not going to mess around, okay? It's not like a die-hard situation to get to rank 10, as we can see here. I didn't know that information prior to going into these battles, but it doesn't really matter. I'm still going to use my Bronzor. I made it. It's expensive. Now, let me tell you this. I was going to release this number in my next video, but it's going to be more highlighted then. But I'm just going to tell you, I've spent 1 million Stardust for this stupid little cup. Okay, that's just why we hoard all this Stardust, so we can invest in things and test them out. And if you're like, what? Test out a Bronzor? Test out a Wynaut? We've seen that 100 times. Well, we haven't really in practice, sure. We already kind of know the performance, but I made those, yes. And I made several other things. Indulged a little, probably too much, but it is what it is. This Nincada here, absolutely amazing. I love it. This thing is great. So it does have Night Slash, which could potentially get the boost. And you're going to see throughout a lot of these battles that I am going to be getting the boost, as a matter of fact. And it is insane. Going up against Bronzor, it says it's not going to necessarily win. If you do get the boost, it could potentially flip that matchup. Bug Bite's going to be doing not super effective damage, but it's going to be doing a decent amount because it is going to be kind of resisted by the steel typing. But the Night Slash, as a matter of fact, will be super effective. Now, the reason why I put Bug Buzz on it, just to test it out, the performance was so great, and we kind of, just spend weird Stardust over here, so we did it anyway. But for the most part, looking fantastic. Now, the Wynaut and the Bronzor, if the other opponent does have them, you're going to be stalling out quite a lot. I mean, time up over and over again, and it's going to be determined by who has the most Pokemon and health on them, who's going to be able to take that match. Now, if there was one Pokemon that you needed, it's quite obvious at this point, and it is going to be Bronzor, right? Secondary, if, okay, say you don't have one of those, or you just don't have the Stardust to invest in it, I'm just going to go down the line. Wynaut, then Dino, and then after that, it kind of starts like spreading out a little bit, and the meta kind of starts getting a little weird. There's definitely key Pokemon for sure that we've been over, but, we're still experimenting here. But nonetheless, let's get into the commentary. Let's get it, guys. I was able to go 18-2, and we were looking great. And then I did do my other sets, and some weird stuff happened. We'll take a look at that in another video. So we have a ton of energy here. We're going to go ahead and go for those Night Slashes. Getting off 1, they're going in here with a Shellos, so that's the first time I ever seen that. And the last time Another, we're just we're at the lower levels. We are potentially going up against people that are, good battlers. It's just, this is what it is at the beginning of the season here. So they're going to be going in with the Bronzor, and as you can see, they're not attacking. I don't know what's going on with that. I think they just realized they're like, okay, I lose, or something. But yeah, that was weird incidents there. But anyways, let's get into the real commentary with people that attack. So Bronzor lead. This is good. Let's see exactly how this does play out. So as you do see here, we do not have a secondary charge move. We're just going to be going with Night Slash. Now, if you do want to use Nincada, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. Nincada is going to be clutch. And I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to upload this or not, because I don't want to reveal what I'm using quite yet. But hey, cat's out of the bag now. So this is going to be apparently a losing matchup according to PV Poke. So let's see how this does play out here. So we do have one shield each. We both used the shield, and we will be shielding this up. Now, I was just getting a little nervous in case they were going to swap into something and take me out. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I want to farm down, but I don't want to risk it here. Let's just go ahead and go for the Night Slash. And we're taking them out. They still have one shield left. We're able to almost get to another Night Slash. In comes a Drifblim. And here's the thing. This Pokemon has been giving me trouble. I haven't ran into anybody who actually has Shadow Ball or actually has landed one. I would assume now that shields are down, I would, get hit by a Shadow Ball. So I'm thinking they only have the Icy Wind. Now, here's the thing about it. It's very expensive. It's 75,000 Stardust and 75 candies. And I was foolish enough to put a secondary move on Nincada, which it costs 75,000. All right. And that's going to be after the fact that we're looking at these battles here. And yeah, I wouldn't say do it. I just say run Night Slash. It goes down by about 1% when you do have Bug Buzz off of it and only have Night Slash and Bug Bite for the quick move. All right. So Bronzor is absolutely amazing. It's just gonna walk over everything. I mean, literally, if you're going up against a Dino, I suppose, or some other dark type, maybe a Shadow Stunky or a regular Stunky with Bite, that's gonna be doing a lot of damage. But for the most part, the thing is just OP. I mean, man. All right, so we're gonna be going for another Side Shock here and taking the win with the Bronzor up against the Drifblim. All right, into the next battle here. We're going to be met with Shinx. So I have personally used this before. Was curious on how it will perform, and it can't take a hit. As you can see, the Bug Bite is just absolutely just destroying it. They decide to let it go down. Let's see what they want to come back in the battle with. It's going to be a Lotad with Razor Leaf, and it is doing a decent amount of damage, and we are going to be a Bug type. So yeah, it's still tearing into us. We're able to take it down. They have one Pokemon. I was waiting for them to throw it out so we can pick the Pokemon accordingly. And we're just going to go ahead and go in here with the Bronzor. All right, and the rest is history at this point. I don't think I even have to use a shield. We're just going to go ahead and get their shield out of them first. And Heavy Slam is going to be super effective. This is going to be the first routes that I did see here. So how do I feel about the Little Cup? Let's talk about it and kind of move away from the commentary for just a moment here, because it's going to start getting a little repetitive. I am enjoying it for now, right? The only annoying part is going to be the fact that you're going to have those dang Bronzor mirror matches, or the Wynaut up against a Bronzor, or a Wynaut versus Wynaut. That is getting a little long, and I have timed out, like I've stated, more than I have ever timed out in a single day. We're looking at about, I think, including the last set that I did do, around 5 timeouts. Okay? Yeah. So, Shelmet, let's see what this thing can do here. So we're going to just let this go through. This is going to be a Body Slam. It's doing an okay amount of damage here. This is going to do neutral damage to it. Let's see if they want to let it go through, and they do. So it's looking like we're not going to necessarily win this matchup unless we do shield up. And I don't necessarily like to let this thing go down in case I do need it later on because of a, say, Bronzor in the back. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through and hope we can survive this Body Slam, and we do. We're able to get to the Night Slash here, which is also not going to KO. But they are going to be using that shield. We got the boost right as we got that off. We did swap into our Wynaut so we can kind of start gaining energy. And here we go. Here we go. Are you ready for the most exciting battle in the world? The Mirror Coat is doing just ever so slightly more than a counter is. And you're going to be able to chip away slowly but surely with the Wynaut here. It's a pretty solid pick, because if they do have a dark type to go up against it, well, you're going to have counter, and counter on Wynaut with all that HP is looking pretty good. Counter is a great move, as well as energy gain and damage output, but Wow, Mirror Shot Mirror Shot's not horrible, right? It's going to be doing a decent amount of damage up against quite a few different Pokemon, but up against Bronzor, it's not really doing much here. So we tried to go in with the Nincada and potentially get off a charge move, but that did not happen. And they're going to be hitting us with that Heavy Slam, and we're still just chipping away, and they're deciding to swap here. We're going to go for that Mirror Shot or Mirror Coat. Jeez, I don't know why I keep calling that. And here we have another Wynaut. All right. Okay, so we're going to get off one more Mirror Coat. Sorry if I was calling it Mirror Shot the entire time. And still just doing a little bit of damage. This is looking hopeful here. We still have a full health Bronzor. So the counters are going to add up as we've seen ours going up against theirs. And we are obviously going to be going for the Heavy Slams here. The Confusions are doing decent damage. And we should be able to come out on top for this battle here. So let's see how this does play out. Very time consuming. Now, I'm not going to say if you it looks like you're going to lose, then just back out. But if you know for a fact that you have lost, then go ahead. But there's going to be a case here, which we're going to take a look at, where it was very close. Well, actually, no, that was one of the first battles. Did you see how close we got there? I don't know if you remember that, but it was like Bronzor versus Bronzor, and I didn't know if I would survive. But since they did only have Psyshock and we did have Heavy Slam, we were able to take that win because Heavy Slam is going to be a little bit more efficient and doing a little bit more damage up against Bronzor. All right, so we have a Cottony here, another fantastic pick. If you're looking to counter the Dino or Dark types, Dino's going to go down in what, like 3 charms? 3.5, something like that. So yeah, definitely gonna have to retreat. So we're just gonna kind of hold our own for now and just stay in here. We don't want to swap and get stuck. So what we're gonna do is just let it go down. We didn't use a shield, they used a shield, and we're just gonna farm at this point and just gain as much energy as we possibly can. For whatever they decide to bring in, and it's going to be a Stunky, and I was expecting some sort of counter, so we're going to go ahead and go with that Heavy Slam. They already used a shield, so now they are shieldless at this point. It's trying to swap. Finally, we're able to do that here, and the Bite is also still going to be super effective, and the counter that we're using is going to be neutral, but since it is part dark, it is going to be still digging in quite a bit. We're hitting it with that Mirror Coat, doing plenty of damage as you can see, and their final Pokemon is going to be Vulpix. Now, if you're thinking, okay, Vulpix, looks like you're going to be in a bit of trouble here, because, well, fire, right? But we have 2 shields, so it doesn't really matter. And also, Bronzor beats Vulpix. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. This thing is just weirdly strong for the Little Cup. Into the next battle, we're met with a Shadow Vulpix. This is absolutely horrible for us, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our safe switch. I guess the Wynaut as well as the Bronzor are both safe switches, but I guess the Wynaut more so, I guess, at this point, because it does have counter. And they're going to be going into Cottony here. This is not a horrible matchup for us. Charm is going to be digging in because it's just that strong, and our Mirror Coat is actually going to be doing a decent amount of damage here. So the plan is to just let whatever charge move they throw at us go through. We don't care. We want to just do as much damage with the Wynaut and save our shields. So I think what we're going to do here is go ahead and go in with the Bronzor and just farm down. And in comes the Shadow Vulpix again. Let's see exactly what happens. I think I shielded it. Oh, we're letting it go through. It was a flame charge. And at this very moment, I was like, no, we're going to ruin our streak, our win streak here, because we thought they were going to bait us with a Body Slam. So we're not looking too hot here. In comes the Nincada. And they have their own Bronzor in the back. Now watch. Watch me now, folks. Let's see what the star of the show can do. Can we get the boost? No boost yet. That was their last shield. Those Confusions are not doing that much damage, but they're starting to add up here. And we do have 2 shields to protect ourselves if we need to from these charge moves, so it's looking pretty good. Now, oh my goodness, this is going to be a very, very, very close battle here. So we're into the very low red. Now I'm just praying that I get the boost at this point so we can just do a little bit more damage. No boost, but they're getting to their charge. Now, if they went for another Confusion, I think they may have been able to win. I don't think so, but nonetheless, we're still taking the win with the Bite barely there. Bug Bite taking the win. Let's go into the next battle here. We're going to be leading with Nincada the entire time. So this is a matchup that the Nincada actually can win up against the Dino here, so this is great. We're going to be going for that Night Slash. Not very effective, but they are going to be shielding it up because it is going to still hurt, because everything is squishy in the Little Cup unless you're Bronzor or Wynaut. So they're going to be going for their charge move. Fantastic. We use our shield. We have energy ready to go, and it is going to be a Houndour, and we're going to go straight for that Night Slash, and we're getting it through. Not very effective, but still doing a ton of damage. Going in with the Wynaut, and they retreated with energy. That was a little worrisome for me there. Now I'm getting a little nervous, so we have to play this correctly. They had the Bronzor in the back, but let's see how this does work. And we're just going to be chipping away with the Mirror Coat here. So here we have the Wynaut versus Wynaut, another very high intense on the edge of your seat battle. So, you know, relax. It's okay. This will be over soon enough. I know it's a very stressful and energetic battle here, right? So I already told you my thoughts, but I don't hate this cup at all. And I really don't dislike it too much either. It's kind of annoying for the mirror matches, but otherwise it's very interesting. But as far as the ranks, to get to rank 10, looks like we're all going to get it. Yeah, it looks like pretty much if you battle, you'll get rank 10. I mean, you're bound to win eventually. I know once you get higher up in the ranks, it's going to get harder to get wins. But and the season's not that long either, so I guess not everybody, but it's going to be pretty easy, right? So they're going back in here with the Houndour. Now I'm just worried they're going to bait me or something here. So they go for the Crunch. All right, never mind. We're shielding that up. That's great. In comes the Wynaut, and we have this in the bag. We're looking fantastic. No more worries here. And the Bronzor is just so OP. But they're staying in this fight. They even shielded it up. They're like, what? But they're like, oh, whatever. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's keep it moving here, folks, into the next battle. And we're going to be met with a Drifblim. Now, we do have the Night Slash. I mean, that's pretty good, right? But I don't like this. I'm probably going to make a Drifblim myself and purchase that secondary move. Wow, it's super expensive, but Icy Wind as well as Shadow Ball coverage, and it's quick move to charge them pretty fast. Not looking too shabby, so I think I might have to do that. I already have a Drifblim ready to go. I did make one. I just haven't purchased a secondary move. Like I said, I did spend over 1 million Stardust at this point, so we're just going to continue on and spend more and more and more. For what? For a week? I'm absolutely insane? Am I? I don't know. Maybe I am. But I like to just bring you guys all kinds of random stuff and test things out so you have an understanding, or maybe you just simply don't want to battle, or you're just not doing that well. You could just see my showcase, or whatever the case, whatever. Anyways, the Dino is out there. What are we going to do? I'm going to go ahead and go in here with the Wynaut and counter that thing down with counter. Let's get it. So I did reach the maximum length for this specific recording here. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a little cutoff, but this is towards the end of the battle. I'll spare you all of the Bronzor, you know, up against the Wynaut nonsense that takes forever. So eventually we're able to take that win there. And folks, we're looking good. I think our highest win streak is going to be 14. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's our highest one ever for all this Go Battle League ever since it was out. So let's get it. And we're able to take all those wins. Moving up to rank 3. This is going to be a pretty lengthy video for you guys. So make sure you hit that like button if you do enjoy it. Subscribe or turn notifications on if you're new. And I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go, bringing you the news and Go Battle League battles. So we have somebody who has discovered the secret, as you can see here. But our secret got the boost. Did you see that? Let's go. So we're absolutely shielding this up. Since they didn't shield up, this is great. They're swapping into Seal. Maybe should have stayed there. Because we did get the boost. Maybe you should have shot off another Night Slash to potentially get a shield. But that's fine. We're just going to go in here with the Wynaut and put in work here. So a lot of people are liking to use Lick on their Seal. I personally do have that one as well. I just haven't used it at all, which is going to be great because, well, of the Bronzor. You're going to need as much firepower and super effective damage to take that annoying thing out as you possibly can. And personally, mine is going to be Nincada, and then also the Bronzor and even the Wynaut to go up against it, because they all do pretty good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go in here with the Bronzor and just let everything go through and farm it down and just gain energy. The plan is to basically swap. After they're done here, we're going to swap. So they just locked themselves in here, which is great. We had a Night Slash ready to go, and let's put in some work. So we're getting the last shield out of them. So basically at this point, what we really need to do is just dig into this Bronzor as much as we possibly can. And after that, the game is pretty much ours. If we have energy advantage and health advantage on our Bronzor, I don't even think it really matters if they have a counter in the back. Just hit it with Heavy Slam and take the win, or Psy Shock, depending on what it is. And we're going to be looking good to go. This cup is weird. This cup is so weird, guys. Oh, you know what I was thinking? They should, look at the simulations before these battles. See what the heck is going on with them. If there's a Pokemon that is dominating over all others, maybe they should say, let's ban that one. Yeah, let's take out Bronzor. It looks like it's going to be winning the majority of the battles, even up against the Pokemon that it's weak against. But no, we're just going to go ahead and leave it in there. and see what happens. Throw some monkey wrenches, throw some screws on the ground, and let them figure it out and get through that Home Alone trap. All right, so we're going to farm this thing down. I think that's the game plan here. Oh no, the time's gonna be up here, so we need to take them out and make sure they don't have two Pokemon and a health advantage, otherwise they're going to win. So we are going to be able to take both of them out before time is up, because otherwise they would have been able to take the win. All right, looking good into the next battle here. That's another strategy I think you're going to start seeing. It's going to come up, and that's going to be people trying to time out the battles. Specifically, obviously, Bronzor and Wynaut are going to be the key Pokemon to do these timeouts. So yeah, look out for that. And now that I'm using this Nincada, I'm expecting it to be all over the place. So I'm probably going to have to start using some fire or another secret that I do have, which I haven't mentioned yet. Not the Murkrow, something else. I mean, I was excited to use the Murkrow. I still am. It's going to potentially be like the third best counter to go up against Bronzor, other than Houndoom and Shadow and Regular. I think the Regular is actually going to be doing better up against Bronzor, and then the Shadow second, and then finally third is going to be Murkrow. So we're going to be up against the Bronzor here. You know what it is. You know what it is. Some fun time. Grab a snack, relax, sit back. If you got a pen, vape it. Do what you got to do. Let's go. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go for another charge move of Miracle. Oh my gosh. Let's get it. So this investment in Wynaut was very expensive. I don't know if it was the most expensive. I did buy a secondary move on my Dino as well, which is 75,000. Yeah, I told you guys we spent $1 million. It was so quick. Million Stardust, just dust in the wind. Oh yeah, all gone. All the people who spent dust on the last season, I don't know how they're getting by here. And as far as the catch cup, I don't think it's gonna be too bad. It doesn't sound like a good idea. All right, don't attack me for saying that. But what I'm trying to get at is the fact that getting to rank 10 is easy. You're not even going to need to do the catch cup. That's going to be an optional fun thing to do, and I've already got myself some pretty good Pokemon lined up. And to participate in the catch cup, Pokemon that are going to be eligible are going to be Pokemon that you caught during Season 5. So as soon as Season 5 did start, anything that you've caught is going to be eligible. Now, somebody said something on Twitter. It's a good point. I don't know if this is like true or not and whatever, but are Pokemon that you hatch going to be eligible too? Of course, after Season 5 has begun. I'm curious on that because Niantic didn't state that. I would assume hatch is the same thing. You technically got that Pokemon when Season 5 has begun, so it should be eligible, which would make no sense if it wasn't. But if anybody has any sort of clarification, because Niantic is, the best at, communicating, we haven't gotten any sort of word on that. But anyways, we have the Wooper here, which awesome. We're going to be resisting those ground type moves. I was expecting a water charge move, but it looks like they're just going mud bombs. Maybe they're trying to get my shields. Looks like they're going to be swapping the Cottony to absorb this not very effective charge move. Very clever on their end, but I'm just going to go ahead and bring in my Bronzor. What we're going to do here is just farm down that cute little fluffy fairy grass type Pokemon. When it does attack, just simply spins around. That's a really cute, funny animation, right? So we're just going to go ahead and farm down. All right. Yeah, we capped out on our energy, but it doesn't really matter. We don't care about that right now. In comes the Wooper. We're going to go ahead and get off this charge move before they get off theirs, and we're going to double it up. We're getting their last shield, and they have no more, so beautiful. We're going to be able to take them down here. What do they have in the back? And it is going to be a Drifblim. So, like I've stated, there's going to be a few battles here. I actually haven't stated this, but if some of these people had 2 moves on their Drifblims, I think I could have lost. I'm pretty sure I would have lost. But since it is so expensive, they're not... I mean, come on, man. What are you going to do? Unless you have like a 98 or 100 or something that you're going to probably power up afterwards, then, that seems reasonable to, purchase a secondary move. But what happens after this? I mean, what are you going to do with it? Secondary move on that thing. So that's why I went with a lot of Pokemon that have 98, 100... 95 or in the upper 90s or whatever I had lying around that was really good, because after this silly cup is done, I hope they don't bring it back, but I'm not necessarily planning to do it immediately. But what I'm going to do with the Pokemon that I bought secondary moves with that have good IVs is simply evolve them, and there was really no loss, no harm, no foul for us, all good. So we'll do that when the season's over or whenever we need them, right? No rush to call for them. But anyways, we have a Bronzor out here. We have 2 shields on their end. We have 1 on ours. This isn't looking good. And I do believe out of all these battles, we only see 1 legit loss. Yeah, we had a time up and that was a loss, but it looked like we were going to win, to be honest with you. No disrespect or no, not to discredit the trainer I was going up against, but I want to take a loss with all my Pokemon gone, not a time up. If it's a clear that I would have lost, they had like 3 Pokemon and they just completely hard countered me. That's a different story, but anyways, we're going to continue on here. They have used no shields at this point. Why not just digging in, and we're going to be able to get off another Mirror Coat here. The plan is to just obviously do as much damage as we can. We're not by any means going to shield this thing up at all. So yeah, this was about 50% of the battles for Season 5. Pretty awesome. Let's go. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and go in here with our own Bronzor, and basically kind of feeling the farm down here. Even if we cap out at 100 energy, I don't really care. We're just going to farm it all the way down and ready to go with a couple of charge moves or whatever they decide to bring at us, because they do have 2 shields left. Doesn't look like we're farming down. Okay, we're just going to take them out. Going right for the Heavy Slam. Getting a shield finally. That right there was a clear indication that there's something back there that doesn't want to see the Bronzor. So I'm thinking to myself, I wonder what's back there. So we're just going to go ahead and let this go through and farm you down at this point. So now, oh, all right. So I swapped there. That's why I did so much damage. All right. It tripped me out when I did it too. All right. So we're just going to go for the Night Slash, and it is going to be a Cottony. This is absolutely beautiful. All right. So the charms are going to hurt, but what we're going to do is go ahead and get that shield out of them real quick here. Since their Bronzor is basically out of the game, we have nothing to worry about. They didn't shield that up. Maybe they're just thinking they lost, so what's the point of even shielding? And time up. All right, so we're able to take the win with a time up there. Then the game kind of froze up. All right, beautiful. Into the next battle here. Let's see what we're going to be met with. It's going to be a Barbaroach. I personally have one with a secondary move as well. Yeah, I haven't used it because we're just going to stick with one team for now. We'll switch it up later on. So they're going to be swapping as soon as we get off our charge move here. And those were not very effective. Quick move as well as the charge move, so that was looking great. They're going to be going into Bronzor, and I just had a smile on my face when they did that. Sounds good to me. If I can chip away as much as possible onto that most annoying and tanky thing, then I will absolutely. If they want to line up my Nincada with the Bronzor, I would love to see that. So we're getting 2 shields, and at this point, that's a GG, man. Thank you. We win. Now, I don't want to sound like a punk or anything. I'm sorry. But when you do enough of these battles, you know what it is. You know what it is, all right? If you have, 2 shields and a Bronzor, and they have no shields, and their Bronzor's health is low, I mean, yeah, there's counters back there, but Heavy Slam's still going to hurt them. Psyshock's still going to hurt them, and you're going to be able to pull off the win, potentially. So we're hitting them with a Heavy Slam here. We're going to let all of these moves go through. We do not need to shield any of it up. Now, I think at this point, we farm it all the way down. And like I've stated, capping at 100 energy is fine. Doesn't really matter. These are weird battles. This is a weird cup. So they're going back in with Barbaroach. We're going to go ahead straight for the Psyshock here. We're trying to swap into Wynaut, but they let it go through, and they have a Cottony back there. We're going to go straight for the Heavy Slam, and this is going to be super effective because they are part fairy. And we're just going to stay in this and simply shield it up. Oh, nope, they back out at this point. We're able to take the win. Fantastic, peoples. Let's get it. So we're getting another 5-0. We're taking some wins. We're getting some wins over here. Now, it changed when we got into rank 5. A little bit of a change. I wouldn't say necessarily outplayed, because you can get outplayed in the little cup for sure, but there was more counters in different team comps. So anyways, we have a Dino in the front. This is beautiful. We love this lead. We love this so much. For one, it's getting rid of the problem for our Bronzor and even potentially the Wynaut, but the Wynaut can handle it quite nicely with counter. So they're going to be swapping, gaining, or leaving with energy, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Wynaut. Safe switch here because it's going to just be taking neutral damage, and Wynaut is just an absolute beast. Let's get it. So we're going to be getting to the Mirror Coat, getting it through, taking them out. We still have 2 shields. So what are they going to come back in? It's going to be a Bronzor. What do you know? And here we go again. So we still have our Nincada though, a very low health. So we're going to have to be, actually can't really do anything for us, to be honest with you. So we're just going to let this Wynaut go down, save all the shields for the Bronzor. That's pretty much key. Yeah. Big brain strategy moves here, folks. You know it. So they're farming us down. They have a decent amount of energy, but they're almost at half health. That's absolutely amazing. We're going to go ahead and go in here with our Bronzor. They're going to be swapping into their Dino. We're going to shield this up and swap into our Nincada. Bug bite them down. And we are going to be able to get to our charge. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Could it have been any perfect than that? Absolutely not. Getting that last shield, that's a GG. I commend you for staying in the fight, good sir. But this is a new cup and a new era. Alright, you lost. And I personally will probably back out of matches when I know it was a clear loss. As you can see from pretty much all the battles here, though, I have a fighting chance in pretty much all of them, and I'm winning most of them. So I'm not necessarily going to be backing out. Oh boy. Yeah, this is hilarious. Now, if you can't afford a second charge move on Bronzor, which one should you go with, Psyshock or Heavy Slam? Well, I don't know. Psyshock's going to be great up against a lot of the different Pokemon you will be encountering, but Heavy Slam is going to be key up against the Mirror Match and specific other types. But if I had to pick one, I'm probably going to say Heavy Slam. You have that Confusion Psychic damage already. Heavy Slam is just going to give you another option for a different type of damage to output as opposed to Psyshock that you already have with the Confusion. So just go Confusion and Heavy Slam. There you go. All right, so Nincada's going to be... I wouldn't really call that a loss. I mean, we didn't use a shield. They used 2 shields. Are you kidding me? They used 2 shields. All right, so... Sounds good. Mirko. Let's go with the Wynaut. Yeah, guys. Yep. This is welcome to the little cup. To the little cup. Hey. Oh boy. All right. So why not just putting in work here? Yeah. Next Pokemon I'm going to invest in is definitely going to be Drifloon with 2 moves. Right. I'm spending too much. This is getting stupid. Yeah, it's really bad. I shouldn't have bought that secondary move on the Nincada, to be honest with you. I really shouldn't have. Just take it from me, don't do it. Bug Buzz is going to be nice. If you go up against a Wynaut, or potentially a Dino with like full health and there's no shields left. But for the most part, just go Night Slash. Everything's so squishy, even if they're resisting it, it's still going to be doing good damage. It just works so well with that Bug Bite and Night Slash. Even if you get the boost, it's going to be even better for you. That's a lot of Stardust to dump for such a little amount of time. So I'll do it for you so you don't have to. And then, yeah. So we have the Dino here. This is... Okay, wow. They didn't have enough. They got to the Body Slam. We could have potentially lost this. In comes their own Bronzor, and it's getting close to the wire here, folks. I don't know about this one, to be honest with you. I think we might take a loss here. It's finally getting a little interesting. So, okay, we swapped. Oh, the plot thickens. We're going into the Wynaut. Going for that Mirko. And the counters are starting to add up here. Are we going to be able to pull this off? Another Mirko. Counters are adding up. They're going to have to throw. Yeah, they have to. And, yo, this is crazy. Okay. Oh, snap. Can we got it. Time's up. Time's up. Did you see that? I think if we get this off, though. Yep, we took the win. That was so close. That was amazing. Let's get it. Alrighty. The most intense battle ever. Adrenaline rushing, sweat dripping down my face. You know, the whole 9 yards. Anyways, we're met with the Bronzor. I love this matchup. I really do. Yep. It doesn't get any better. Well, it does, but this is perfect here. I think Dino's probably a little better, too. We got the boost. Okay, so, yeah, we got the boost. We're going to stay in here. Bug Bite's doing more damage. If this Night Slash gets through, good luck. Look at that lag. Did you see that? It forced me to get a great, but at least they shielded it up, so... Whew, not a complete loss here. So we're obviously going to shield this up. Getting nervous for their swap, but they didn't swap. We're going to go for another Night Slash here. This will not KO, but this is going to be very close. Can we take him out with Bug Bite? Yes, we can. Let's get it, folks. That's beautiful. Winning that Bronzor. The Wynaut's turn. Let's go. If they get to a bite. Yeah, it's going to... Or what is it? Crunch, sorry. It's going to hurt, but watch this. Why not? Let's go. You kidding me? Counter it all the way down, and now we have a charge move ready to go. These things are pretty awesome. The Wynauts, I'm really enjoying it. This guy came with the extra spice here, with the Poochyena in the back, 2 dark types, ready for those Bronzors. I see you over there. How much is this going to do? Crunch coming through, doing a good amount of damage. They're getting another one. I should have hit that Psyshock. I failed big time. But here comes the Wynaut and says, what do you mean? What do you mean, bud? You didn't fail. We got your back. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, into the next battle. Met with a seal. Seeing a lot of seal leads with Lick, so be aware of those. All right, when I got into Reg 5, I saw a couple Ice Shards, so those are there too as well. Just going to go ahead and go for that Night Slash. Don't really, like this matchup. It's not too horrible. We were going to have to shield up the Icy Wind, unfortunately, because that is super effective. And now they just lowered our attack, so at this point, we're going to go ahead and swap. The counters are going to be doing neutral damage because it is only going to be a water type, not a water and ice like its evolution Dugong. Yeah, simple as that. The licks are going to be doing super effective to us, but we can take those, no problem, because we're Wynaut. Counters are adding up. They're going to be swapping with energy on that seal there. But one confusion will take it down, so they really need to be careful with our Bronzor later on. And since we're still locked in here, we're just going to do as much damage as we possibly can before they do take us down. I don't know how many times I've said that at this point, but that's pretty much all we're going to do here. As far as shielding, maybe once in a while we may shield up the Wynaut, but we're not going to be doing that in this situation here. We need to save the shields for the Nincada. So in comes the Nincada. Yeah, we're going to have to use that shield. I wanted to go Bronzor, but I was like, you know what? If we can get the shield out of them and still do a bunch of chip damage, we're going to be looking great. They let it go through, and then we swap. As soon as we seen them let it go through, I was like, you know what? We're good. Let's go ahead and protect that. But they found the hidden knowledge as well. They have a Nincada in the back. Very nice, trainer. Let's go. Let's get it. So we're in... we're on the other receiving end here. So they're going to be going for Night Slash. As you can see, Bronzor taking that hit quite nicely. Going to go ahead and go for another one of these Psyshocks. Doing a good amount of damage. Another Night Slash is not going to KO, but it is going to bring us very low. The bites might be able to take us out. And we swap. Oh, we had the Night Slash. Did you see that, folks? Oh my gosh. That was so close. Yeah, we can't win this one. Unless we can get this. Oh my gosh, are we going to win this, folks? Nope, we lost by the Bronzor's confusion after death. However the hell that works. All right, into the next battle. We're met with an Aeron. Now, I was like, okay, trying to figure out like the sense in this. Okay, going up against Bronzor, it resists all of the moves. Heavy Slam and Psyshock. Makes sense. So what we're going to do is go ahead and throw in our Wynaut here right at the very end to kind of make them waste their energy. Being both Steel and Rock type, they're very weak to counter, and we're able to take them out successfully here. In comes a Skorupi, very nice pick here, and they do have Aqua Tail. I don't know if they have another one, but they're going to be retreating with energy, and they're going to be going in with an Oddish that has Acid. All right? And that pause was not any sort of like undermine. I would just... This is very interesting. I mean, we're getting up, a little bit higher here on the ranks, and these people, they made it. So maybe these things have done something for them. And that acid was starting to add up. I was looking at the Wynaut's health. They're like, okay, it's digging in, doing some damage there. They have no more shields left, and we're definitely going to let this go through. Absolutely not wasting a shield here. Hitting us with a Sludge Bomb. Going to go ahead and go back in here with the Nincada and farm it down. They're going to be going with the Skorupi. We're going to go ahead and shield this up here. And we're going to get to the Night Slash. All right. Hopefully we can get the boost here. We take them out. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wasn't paying attention. There was no other Pokemon. Yeah, those mirror matches get you a little sleepy. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, folks, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go and bringing you some more Little Cup battles. Let's get it. Take care.